here on our Christmas Eve episode. Everyone else on TV and the internet has a New Year's special. So why can't we? Right?
You said Christmas Eve.
I said Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
I meant New Year's Eve.
It's
I always get those confused.
He means both. It's Christmas and New Year's Eve, right?
Yes, we meant to confuse you. We're filming this on New Year's Eve. And we're talking about how we spent our Christmas, and we're going to have our highlights of 2013, because everybody else has their highlights of 2013. So, there. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I've screwed that one up enough as it is.
Might as well get started.
So, in case you're wondering, kind of look around here, thought this was kind of a perfect little centerpiece for our Christmas. Don't you?
Yes. I'm trying not to light it on fire. I think that would maybe send the wrong message, putting the Charlie Brown Christmas tree on fire. So I'm endeavoring to not let that happen.
There's enough of a war on Christmas as it is, so let's not just do anything worse too.
Yeah.
So I'll start off with our Christmas, and we'll be sort of sitting here enjoying our gifts.
I feel very spoiled, actually, as it comes to the end of the year, more than anything else. Yeah, I have my Dalek pillow. I've named it Minnie, you know, and it's just angry because it needs cuddles and hugs.
I think that's what she tells it. I think it's angry because we're not respecting it as the alien.
I'm not going to
overlord.
respect it. Daleks are too adorable, and I need to squeeze them.
Yeah, she's probably the only woman on the planet that wants to sit there and cuddle a Dalek.
Oh, I doubt it. Dogs are adorable. They're super cute. Yes. And your Christmas present?
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that awesome? She got me a Gandalf pipe, Lord of the Rings. So now I am taking a pipe smoking, so I can actually smoke it and look cool doing so. This will be the second time I've actually lit this thing up there, so obviously the cool part's going to come later. My hope is that by the time I retire, I'm going to grow out a beard. You know that angry old guy that sits on the porch scaring away kids? I'll be angry old guy sitting there smoking a pipe with a long beard. But instead of telling the kids, get off my lawn! I'll be like, you shall not pass! I can get away with it too when I'm old.
And it would be super adorable. So I am encouraging this. He also gave me this shirt. It's a con shirt. It's got the little Star Trek insignia, and on the bottom it's in gold, and it's very comfy. It's cotton, dinky, very nice. And I decided to wear this as my New Year's Eve shirt because it's got gold in it, and fuck it, I'm gonna be comfy, but also have a little bit of sparkle. So I got my gold sparkle shoes. So I feel quite festive, actually, and comfy. As long as I don't walk. But I really need to. You're just going to carry me, right, honey, if I need to go anywhere?
Absolutely.
All right. Oh.
As I said, only second time I've lit up. I'll get there. It's Irish cream, though. So I'm going to light this up again, too, on St. Patty's Day.
Which is adorable, because the cigarillos that I get are actually Irish cream, too.
So, also thank my friends. I mean, she got me this lovely, lovely pipe, and you know, I'm very, very loving this. And it's simple, but it rocks. And
And a stand.
oh yes,
You need a stand. You can't just slap the Gandalf pipe anywhere. You need to have a stand for
nice little
it.
stand. Can't quite get the tobacco pipe to light, but I'm getting there.
He's training it. He's watched some YouTube videos, so he will get there.
Well, I can't ask Ian McKellen himself.
Maybe that we need to YouTube to see if Ian McKellen does the pipe.
That's the idea. Or if not, if
Instructional
Ian
video.
McKellen watches this, I could use some tips. I mean, apparently you learn how to smoke it good there.
He does. I believe maybe we need to watch some late night interviews with him, because I remember him talking about pipes at least a few times. He's gotten fairly good, especially making the smoke
Doing the smoke rings, you mean?
Yeah. He's kind of courting danger right now because his lungs have been a bit congested this winter, so I didn't make him smoke the pipe when he first got it at Christmas because, I didn't want him to die.
I appreciate that.
From not breathing. He can still breathe. He also got me a Thin Man book, which is a collection of actual Thin Man stories by Dashiell Hammett, which I didn't tell him that I wanted. I didn't tell him that I wanted any of this, really. We've been growing to know each other fairly well, apparently.
I think that's how it should be. And I wasn't out looking for, it's like, oh, I must get her a Thin Man book. I was in the bookstore, saw it, thought of you. I mean, I would have bought it for you anyway, but it was nearing Christmas, so I was like, okay, score a Christmas gift. Sometimes it just gets easy like that. Everything else was just extra.
Oh, making it too easy for you, am I? I see. It's gonna have to up my game.
As long as I don't have to take out a small loan for next year's Christmas
I
gifts.
meant being more difficult, Cooper.
I thought you meant more pricey.
Then I wouldn't be me.
That's true. We had fun with our Christmas stockings. Lots of little stocking stuffers, and interestingly enough, a family sent us a box of extra stocking stuffers.
Yeah, my mother is lovely, and she sent me a box that basically. It was actually funny because it was a lovely thought, but you open it up and it's so well done because she's so good at doing stocking stuffers and gifts and stuff like that. But it puts across the message of, hey, you've only been in this relationship over a year. You can't have all this stocking stuff figured out yet, so I'm gonna do it for you. Part of your gift, because you're still gonna be completely clueless. So let me help you. And it had like instead of a Rubik's Cube, it was like a Rubik's Sudoku puzzle. And it had a pegboard that was kind of like a cribbage board, and a lot of different candies and stuff and chocolates. It was very lovely. We had just basically gotten candy to put in our stocking. Oh, and Pez's. She got him a Spider-Man Pez.
Spider-Man Pez! Look at it with envy, Gavin! Spider Pez!
Which is adorable. And she got me Strawberry Shortcake Pez. So my mom was pretty awesome. Yeah. We had a pretty good thing. And Dad is also very awesome too. I don't want to not say that he got me a Doctor Who book, and he also got me a gift certificate to Amazon, which enabled us to get the Roku 3 for free. So we'll be watching lots of movies and stuff on that. I've been playing with it. Just got it today, so it's very fast and very awesome.
And that headphone piece feature is probably one of the best features I've seen.
Yeah, so he can, when he's playing his video games on because we have a 2 TV setup in the living room, so we can do our own stuff and whatever we want to do, or play ourselves on our game consoles. We both have Xbox 360s and computers, but this way he can kind of be playing his video games on his consoles on his TV, and I can be watching whatever I want on mine or doing whatever I want on mine. But it's so that the noise doesn't bother him or me. It has a little plug earphone into the Roku remote, so I can be watching Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, whatever, and can actually get it right into my ears wherever I am without asking him, can you please turn that down? Okay? I put on this girly movie to annoy you and you can't hear it!
Girly movies. We'll talk about that later.
It's not my fault that when you choose to have your console wars that my body gets into its girly time, and so I need vodka and girly movies at that. I'm not like that a lot. Just when I'm hormonal, then I kind of dip into it. But only the good ones. Only the good ones.
Well, as long as we're on the topic, let's go with it right there.
Okay.
So this is a little odd thing for you guys. I know this, guys. Girly movies are like our bane. We want to do what we can for a woman. We want to be there for a woman, and usually that means we have to suffer with us watching some lame ass, Lifetime made for television romantic comedy. And I say comedy in quotation marks. It's also barely romantic, but it has all the substance of a Harlequin romance novel. I might be insulting the Harlequin romances there.
They can be pretty bad.
And luckily, I got with a woman that appreciates, has managed to, and I understand your suffering because you had to go through a lot of bad romantic comedies to find the few good ones.
Yeah.
Whereas I've only had to go and sit through the ones that she's already found out that were good, and which I found out were actually good. So we actually have come across, in this last year, really, I have learned quite a bit and found several good romantic comedy movies that actually are not insulting and actually good to watch. So, I think first ones that come to mind were like, what was it? The Baxter.
The Baxter, Michael Showalter, Michael Ian Black. God, it's a good movie. It's got Justin Theroux in it. It's got Emily Banks is in it. It's got Michelle. I'm blanking on her last name right now. But it's got a lot of incredible actors in it. And it's hilarious. It's basically making fun of girly movies. It's got Paul Rudd in it.
So that one was actually very surprising to me. I'm drawing a blank here. I mean, I even sat through Bridesmaids.
Michelle Williams. Sorry.
There you go. Sat through Bridesmaids, and that one actually wasn't bad.
I love Bridesmaids, honestly, just for Melissa McCarthy's part in it. It's an alright movie. I like a lot of parts in it.
I had that guy from IT Crowd too.
Yeah, Chris O'Dowd.
Yeah.
I adore him. He played the cop, basically, I guess, the male lead in it.
Which is good because he doesn't seem like a standard male lead.
He's awesome. He actually has a show on HBO right now that he's working on with Christopher Guest that I need to check out. Family Tree, I believe it's called.
But I think was one of the really good ones. Just a couple more romantic comedies that we've seen.
I'm not sure which ones are your favorite. Easy A, he thought was horrible. Would be horrible, but he watched it and realized it was actually not bad.
Yeah, I fully agree. I saw the trailer on that one, and I was like, that movie's going to suck. I was wrong. I sat through it and actually was very surprised at how actually well made it was.
Yeah.
We'll have to get back to this one later, but we're actually going to come up with a survival guide here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to come up with it's going to be a survival guide for guys for man comedies. And if nothing else, maybe it can be a survival guide for some of the women here and find some of the good romantic comedies out
Well,
there.
a lot of times when I'm in the mood for a girly movie, I'll put in a few episodes of Two Broke Girls, which is my guilty pleasure.
I'm going to say it here right now. I'm tired of hearing people say that. I'm hearing you say it's a guilty pleasure.
Well, I feel guilty whenever I watch it. I definitely feel guilty when I was in Hastings and you made me, you outed me. I felt outed. I felt like
I outed myself.
It was time.
I'm a 36-year-old guy that walks up to the guy and says, "Do you have season 2
I couldn't believe
look
it.
with season 1 of Two Broke Girls?" She's hiding behind a counter, trying to distance herself from me.
I know how
It's supposed to be opposite. She's supposed to be asking that, and I'm supposed to be off to the side. I'm the one that manned up and walked up there and said, "I want the first season of Two Broke Girls. You got it?"
I was just going to look around for it. I couldn't find it. He was the one that went up to the guy without asking me. You need to ask me next time before you just out me in public.
But you weren't outed. I was the one that asked. You, in fact, you didn't even have to come up near it. I could have bought it, put you and walked out there, and you could have pretended not to know me.
I thought about it. The thought ran through my head there for a little bit.
So you actually thought about just sneaking out?
No, he actually did go up to the guy and ask for Two Broke Girls, and that takes some balls. So I can't just let him swing for this. I've got to at least kind of come out there and man up a little bit. Say yes.
You know, in the world we got here of the sitcom, so many sitcoms that are frankly garbage, and people still find them funny. And I include stuff like Friends. That was considered to be such a hit and everything.
I wasn't a big Friends person either.
I enjoy Two Broke Girls. It is refreshing. The comedy is fairly fresh, and they actually act a bit more realistic. Yeah, you got the sitcom situations, but it seems to come off fresh with them. And the two actresses,
Beth Bear.
Yeah, I was thinking the other one.
Oh, Max?
Yeah.
I just mozzarella, and then I have had some s'mores vodka and my Dr. Pepper.
That's what I get for smoking the halfling weed. It'll come to me later.
I know her character name is Max Black, and I know that I've seen her in other movies,
she was
and
in Thor and Kat Denning.
There it is.
See?
High five. Good job. Kat Denning. There we go.
Well, last time we talked about, I couldn't remember Caroline's name there.
Well, that's why I did that one first. I'm like, I know that one.
I didn't think you'd forget Kat Denning. You love her as an actress.
She's got such a great attitude.
Yeah, and Two Broke Girls just kind of de-glamorizes. It doesn't make fun of stuff you should be making fun of for the most part. It does a little bit. It's really light. They touch it and then kind of back away.
Yeah.
Not like something like Mom.
Oh God, yeah. Well, to be fair, we haven't watched it in a bit. We gave it the first couple of episodes because I love Allison Janney, and I'd heard and Anna Faris. I like her. What's Your Number? I thought was one of the better romantic comedies out there. And Chris Evans is the across the hall neighbor for the guys out there, so to make it a little bit less cringeworthy. And it also had Martin Freeman in it too. So no, it had a lot of anyway. Going off subject here. So I thought, give this a try. I like Mike and Molly. It's really well done. It was the same people that did that, so give Mom a try, and it just sank with me. I did not like it at all.
I understand that sometimes you gotta laugh at adversity to get by it, get through it sometimes, but there's just some things that it just isn't funny. And if you find some of that stuff funny and you find yourself laughing at, you're taking a deep, long look at yourself and kind of wondering what the hell is wrong with you.
Well, I mean, with Kat and Beth, with Two Broke Girls, they're having fun with theirs. They're basically laughing to get through the shit. Mm-hmm. And they're hanging on to their dreams to kind of have something to hope for, basically, and learning how to be without money as far as Caroline's character is in a very realistic way, but they're just kind of laughing to get through it. And that's very human. Mom seems to go the opposite way as far as you're going through shit and people are laughing at them, and they're maybe laughing at each other, but it's different to laugh at yourself and laugh at your situation, and it's different when someone else that's in your family is laughing at you all the time. Maybe for a little bit, it's like, oh, okay, it's kind of amusing, but after, the 22 minutes without commercials of an episode, it gets old. It gets really old.
And that's when you know you're in the wrong setup there. You've done something wrong. Sitcoms shouldn't leave you wasted at the end of 22 minutes there, saying they're going, it wasn't that funny. You shouldn't be looking for something funny and say, well, that part was kind of funny. You should sit there and, go through it and feel a little bit better at the end of the episode, feel a little uplifted and stuff. I get that with Two Broke Girls.
This Means War is another good one. That was good. He thought that was going to be bad. It was good. That's the girly one. Yes, I know Reese Witherspoon is in it. I don't like Sweet Home Alabama, okay? I'm not just one of those girls that just likes every Reese Witherspoon movie, romantic comedy. But yeah, Chris Pine.
And Tom Hardy.
Yeah, they were great.
It was. They did play off each other very well. I'm kind of sad they haven't made another movie together.
Yeah, right?
They made a very interesting pair.
Yeah.
But, now we're talking on that, let's segue off into the Christmas movies that we chose to watch. Okay. And we're going to start off with one that kind of overlaps in the romantic comedy and Christmas movie. Mm-hmm. We finally gave in and watched Love Actually, which apparently on the internet is voted the best Christmas movie ever.
I get a bit annoyed about that, yeah.
Okay, it's not a Christmas movie if it just happens to be the movie takes place over part of Christmas.
Although I can't agree with you there because I count Die Hard as a Christmas movie.
Well, we have an exception on that. We'll talk about that later.
I like to stretch it a bit for my own benefit.
But no one's saying Die Hard was the best ever Christmas movie ever. In fact, I don't think anyone has Die Hard listed up on the Christmas movie watch list except for us.
Well, I think people that I know do, and my family definitely does. I know my dad has it.
Now, as I was saying wrong though, Love Actually was actually not a bad movie. It was basically 5 or 6 tiny romantic comedies all stuffed into one movie.
And Bill Nye.
And that's what really made the movie for me. The rest of it was pretty good. Some of the romantic comedy bits with each of the couples I could take or leave. In a way, it was actually better because they actually fit the most important part of a romantic comedy all into a shorter period instead of stretching it out, making it an hour and a half drama comedy.
Some of the stories were a bit nauseating. Although, I mean, it covered a lot of different kinds of relationships with me.
And some were kind of short, like the one with Martin Freeman and...
That was Joanna Page, yeah, who did Elizabeth in the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who, and was Stacey and Gavin and Stacey, really like her. But just seeing Martin and them playing body doubles, and obviously a naughty scene in an actual movie, and them just being so just sweet with like being pretty much naked and hello, how are you doing? Being very British, especially Martin. His just
that's his strong point. Is that he can be doing anything and be completely nonplussed at it. Nonplussed? It makes sense. Nonplussed. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And he's fabulous at that. Just completely able to deliver those type of lines.
Yeah. Oh, you need me to warm your boobs? Okay, just a second. Is that better? Are you feeling okay? It's good weather out there today. Yeah.
But
that's from
you know that was cute. But yeah, Bill Nye as the rocker doing this terrible Christmas cover of his song that he thought was horrible.
He thinks it's shit. He's very honest about it and lovely, and it begins and ends with him.
And I admit that was the first time I had not actually seen Still Crazy. So I've seen most of the variety of Bill Nye's movies that he's been in.
Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide.
Underworld.
Yeah.
He played Davy
Doctor
Jones.
Who. Well, I didn't know that until recently, but sue me. I mean, he's done all types of stuff, but as basically an old Elvis type character.
Wild Target.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. All great, but him as a rocker and actually singing and everything, that surprised me. That alone made the movie completely worthwhile. The whole rest of it could have completely sucked.
Especially
and I would have loved it just for Bill Nye's
like,
part.
right, I thought this song is shit. I know it's shit, right? Okay? I'm just doing this Christmas version of one of my songs, but go ahead, go out and buy it, because you know what? There's all these really pop stars out there. You don't want them being the number one at Christmas. I like the idea of basically beating the pop stars by voting for Bill Nye Rocker. I would do it. I'd buy his album. I'd buy many of them, as many as I could at Christmas, and give them to everyone. There's your Christmas present.
So, so we watched Love Actually. I don't think it's the greatest Christmas movie ever made.
Or the greatest movie ever made.
But it is a good one to watch. And although it does kind of, there's nice cross-code man comedies, and some of them are definitely ones that I would be like, oh yeah, of course, that they have that one in there, like that's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
Can I say Wisconsin? I was saying, can I say Wisconsin?
Oh, okay.
You know, it's no fun if you gotta explain the joke.
Oh. Okay then. I thought you were referencing an actual part in the movie.
Yeah. Well, I meant the Wisconsin part.
Oh, where he thought he was gonna. I don't think that was actually Wisconsin.
He went
Yeah,
to
it was
Wisconsin.
It was Wisconsin. Never mind. He met Eliza Cuthbert. Alicia. Shit. Anyway, E. Cuthbert is in Wisconsin, waiting for him. Girl Next Door. Happy endings. But I can't remember how to pronounce her name. I'm ashamed. I need more vodka. Continue.
We're trying a new thing here, kind of like drunk history. We're trying drunk. Whatever
I
this is.
am not drunk. You come back in 6 hours and you'll be drunk.
Well, I will partake of more of this huffling weed.
Okay, there we are. So yes, Bill Nye, and then after that I made him watch Still Crazy, because it's got Bill Nye in it, it's got Billy Connolly in it. It's a great movie. It's a who's who of British people, which is a lot of British movies are like that, but this one it's very fun.
It did feel like that, because I was watching Still Crazy, like, wait a second, isn't that guy, isn't that the taxi driver from Sherlock? And there's even a couple I caught that she was kind of surprised I did. I'm not usually so good at the facial recognition. The voices are what I usually latch on to. She's got the facial recognition software. And then for a few of our other choices for Christmas movies, we watched Die Hard and Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Because they both took place over Christmas.
I also had him. He hadn't watched Hard Boiled before, and that's something I used to watch with my dad on Christmas. So especially after Die Hard, because she would need it for some Hard Boiled.
What's funny is what put us in the mood for Die Hard actually at that moment.
And then we did Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah, well, we watched an episode of The Daily Show, and Jason Jones did kind of a Die Hard spoof and had Reginald Van Johnson in there.
Yeah.
So that put us in the mood to watch Die Hard. And after Die Hard, she wanted to watch Hard Boiled, so we watched Hard Boiled. After Hard Boiled, we fell in the mood, so we watched Kung Fu Hustle. This is what movie night is like for us.
Yeah.
Some people play 7 Ways to Kevin Bacon. We'll come up with a name later for what we do. But
It's probably why our brains are so scrambled a lot of the time.
yeah, a lot of movies to keep track of. And then we did try some movies. We watched some Christmas movies that we hadn't seen before. Road to Christmas.
Clark Gregg. Okay. This is what happened, right? I like really cheesy Christmas movies. I think they're hilarious. But I watch them when he's not here. I work at home. So I watch them during the day while I'm doing my stuff, and then he comes home, so he's not bothered by them. But I tape a lot of Lifetime horrid, cheesy Christmas movies. Not all of them, but things like when William Shatner pops up in one, it's awesome. And so of course when I saw there was a movie called Road to Christmas, yeah. There's a lot of, and especially like the Fawn shows up, like Harry Winkler. I see that in the thing, and I'm like, record.
Henry Winkler.
I always scramble. Anyway, it's your fault. He runs me around in circles in my brain. I cannot walk a straight line when I'm around him. He just makes me up.
It's not my fault. I'm just sitting here peacefully smoking my pipe.
I want to boop you with a tree.
You cannot hit somebody with the Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
I just want to boop you. I want it to kind of reach out and just give me your arm. Come on, help the tree out. Boop.
Happy now?
What was I saying?
About Henry Winkler?
Yes.
Are you recording it?
Okay, right. So, I came across this movie called Road to Christmas. Clark Gregg and Jennifer Grey. This was only a year before he did Iron Man and all of the Coulson awesomeness started. So, but it has them as the romantic leads in this movie. It's cheesy. It's fantastic. He has a beard. He's got the truck that keeps breaking down. He's kind of grumpy. I love it. It made me so happy while I was watching it.
It actually was a pretty good movie overall. I mean, mostly I kind of got a lot of it because I like Clark Gregg myself, and I was interested in watching him acting with his own wife there, which makes an interesting dynamic.
It was good. Well, I'm finished with my anecdote.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you was done mooning over Clark Gregg.
Well, I never am.
Yes, Clark Gregg has fangirls. You're looking at one.
It's the only reason I like him. He's very Clark Greggy.
So, what Christmas movies did we watch? I mean, we watched quite a few.
Yeah.
We make a pretty full time of it, at least in the last couple weeks of December, to watch certain Christmas movies. Although we did kind of break tradition, we didn't watch Charlie Brown Christmas this time, or The Grinch.
Or because we just forgot, because we were focused on the other stuff.
And then we watched some older ones. Oh yeah, like The House on Shop on the Corner.
Yeah, Shop Around the Corner.
Shop on the Corner. I'm sorry. Jimmy Stewart, Deborah Carr, wasn't it?
No.
No,
That
wasn't
was a different one. That
Okay,
was
sorry.
Heaven Knows Mr. Allison.
Thank you. Sorry.
Marina Sullivan.
Okay. I'm trying. There's a lot of actresses to keep track of. I thought it was going to be really good there for a second. Oh, yeah, I know this one. Interestingly enough, I found out this is basically the precursor to When Harry Met Sally. No. You Have Mail. I'm sorry, thinking of the movie. You Got Mail. Everyone knows that movie.
Yeah.
Well, this one was the original one. This is the one that You Got Mail was actually based upon. The original.
It was directed by Ernest Lubitsch. He was a wonderful director. Very whimsical, very charming, very well done. His movies. But yeah, it's a great Christmas film. I like the black and whites when I can get them. They're the original.
I have to admit, there's a soft spot in my heart for some of those ones too. A lot of the older classics, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. They just don't make movies like that much anymore.
And of course, I love The Thin Man.
So, yeah, we'll get back to Christmas movies. Food. What's Christmas without food? And
Hungry.
This year's Christmas feast, we have to thank the Pioneer Woman.
Yes.
Those of you that don't know who the Pioneer Woman is, check out Food Network. She's got her own show called The Pioneer Woman website.
Her name is Ree Drummond.
Thank you, because I couldn't think of the name. I was hoping you would fill that in.
And what happened?
Got orange in my hand.
Oh.
I don't know. I just get random.
His hands attract mass.
Anyway.
Basically, I just wanted to give a think out to that. I'm kind of obsessed with Pioneer Woman recipes. Going to do a mango margarita as one of our New Year's Eve kind of drinks. That's one of hers. And basically, our entire Christmas dinner was Pioneer Woman.
Definitely. Pretty much every recipe done on there was from the Pioneer Woman herself.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
I've gotten to the point, because I've tried, I'll try one at a time before, but this is the first time where it was a lot of different ones at the same time. And I really trust myself in her hands. She explains things incredibly well. She does the pictures for every step. Here's what you do next, and this is what it should look like, so you know that it's finished. So it's really foolproof. And if I can do a recipe the first time without anything really going wrong, then that's pretty good. That's a pretty good cookbook and pretty good recipes right there. So I just wanted to say thank you very much for getting me through Christmas and Thanksgiving, actually.
We're no angels.
Yeah.
That's what we watched Christmas Day there while we were having dinner.
It's a great Humphrey Bogart, isn't it?
Humphrey Bogart.
Peter Ustinov.
Yep. I'm trying to think of who it was. Peter Ustinov. Delightfully funny. Yeah, that's the type of stuff we watch. But so great dinner. So now it's New Year's Eve, approximately just something like maybe 4 hours before the New Year.
Yeah.
We're in the last stretches of 2013. So highlights from this year.
A lot of highlights.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that's been going on here.
Yeah.
You know, all the movies we've watched this year. You know, Heat came out.
Oh, I love Heat.
The new Star Trek movie.
That's one of my favorite girly movies. Although it's doing it a disservice to call it a girly movie. I guess I just kind of attach it to that category to elevate girly movies a little bit. Because really it's a comedy with women in it. Mm-hmm. Really vicious.
It's like Lethal Weapon but with women.
Funnier. I like Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon is a classic. Don't get me wrong. But the Heat is the Heat. Okay.
Yeah. So we watched it.
That's some good stuff right there.
I mean, this year alone, we watched The Heat. We saw Star Trek Into Darkness, Judge Dredd.
Dredd. They're thinking about doing a sequel to that, actually.
They've been saying that. I hope they do.
And Almost Human is really good, too.
Yeah, that's a highlight. We had a new series with Almost Human. We had a lot of new series we were starting to look into, and some were very much disappointments, like Mom. But all ones have been holding up good. Almost Human has been a lot of fun and delightful series on here.
Lily Taylor as the captain, come on. I actually had to rewatch Say Anything. I hadn't watched it since it was on VHS, but just for her scenes in Say Anything is the reason to rewatch that film. Because she's great.
Thor 2.
Yeah. Into darkness. No, wait.
It's close enough.
Smoke! Yeah.
Well, it's close enough
Yeah.
there. It was The Dark World with Thor 2. That was Into Darkness. It was a lot of dark in the theaters there. We want to watch those. Of course, we talked about on previous podcasts, but it was the 50th anniversary this year, and we got to actually go down and see that in the theaters on the anniversary day. I mean,
with all the other Whovians too at the same time.
I mean, if anything, that's a highlight for 2013 right there.
Yeah. And tomorrow, new Sherlock episode. At 1 p.m. our time, it will air over in Britain. It will be 9 p.m. in UK time, where it will go out into the airwaves and be the first new Sherlock episode in years. And so, yes, hopefully the next day I'll be able to finagle to this year.
The highlights. It was this year that we watched Warm Bodies for Valentine's Day.
Highlights as far as we're in a new city and kind of getting to know it, and getting into going to the theater. As far as dinner theater is hilarious here. They put a lot more thought into it. A lot of mad doctors and electric chairs and kind of mad crazy comedic things, and going to see an Agatha Christie play too, and then there were none. It was very nice.
A St. Patty's Day dinner and comedy.
Where I got pulled on stage.
And just another year with you. A year of geek stuff and everything. That's a highlight right there for you.
Yeah.
A year of getting to know you better. You surviving my insanity.
Ditto on that, honey.
2013. A year we will not soon forget.
Until, the next new year. I guess.
And we watched the second Hobbit movie.
Yeah, so next year will be the final chapter in the Hobbit suits.
Then we get to see Sherlock season 3. Final Hobbit movie.
I do need to watch also the Death Comes to Pemberley series with Jenna Louise Coleman playing Lizzie. God. The youngest sister. Oh my God. I've read Pride and Prejudice. I don't know how many times I've seen the adaptation too. So
Which is another thing I was introduced to this year.
Oh my God.
I can't help you. I don't remember most of them.
Just continue talking while I'm thinking.
That was another thing I got introduced to. I saw Pride and Prejudice, which I actually liked.
The version with Matthew and Keira Knightley, which was very well done, and it had a lot of parts written by Emma Thompson, who is such a great writer, and brought a bit of depth to some scenes, and is very good at knowing what will fit the times as far as Jane Austen writing.
And watched North and South.
Lydia.
There you go.
I'm okay now.
Watched North and South with Richard Armitage.
That was interesting. Seeing him play a dark romantic lead, also based on a book, an actual series, or not a series of novels, but Elizabeth Gaskell, I believe is the author's name. And it was actually done before with Patrick Stewart playing Richard Armitage's part decades ago.
I can't picture that. I mean, Patrick Stewart's all great upon my, I think Richard Armitage did fantastic. He's got that dark intensity about him. Yeah. Probably reason he has legions of fangirls as well. And being Thor and Oakenshield doesn't help that too much.
Yeah.
And let's see, 2014 also brings us the next Captain America movie, Winter Soldier. I think Guardians of the Galaxy. Karen Gillan and Lee Pace both in it. That one's going to be...
And The Rock, I believe, is doing a voice.
No, Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel's doing the voice of the tree
Oh.
thing. It was confirmed a little while ago. I think they were both looking at it, but
Rumors.
But the Vin Diesel one was confirmed. He has signed on to do the voice of. There's some alien tree in it. I'm afraid I'm not a huge reader of the Guardians of the Galaxy, so this is where my comic book knowledge falls a little short. I know. I hang my head in shame.
You should.
But with Karen Gillan playing in there and Lee Pace playing Ronan, the what was it, Inquisitor or something like that. I'm just like wow, I gotta see this. Let's see, the next Avengers movie is coming to 2015, right?
It's after it's the next year after.
Yeah. So, this will hold us over for a little bit more.
Yeah.
And we'll be watching the next Superman Batman movie that's coming out next year.
And I'm preparing myself for that to be a horrible disgrace.
But we will give it its chance.
So
we will. We
brace
will.
for impact.
Oh.
Not saying anything bad about Ben Affleck being Batman. He might actually do a very good job. It's just they're going too fast with this and going into Justice League and they're rushing that up. So.
And also 2013 was the year we discovered Arrow.
Yeah.
A little late on the ball on that one, we admit, but we've jumped in head first.
That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so 2014 is going to continue to bring us new Arrow along with the possibility of that Flash series. So see where that takes us. And other hopes for the new year?
Just try to get through the next year without our heads fairly on our shoulders. Maybe organize the DVDs a bit.
Get onto that sometime.
It drives me nuts. His DVD collection, because my first job was a Blockbuster, and then I worked at Hollywood Video after that. So I know one of these days I'm just going to rip them off from the shelves and just start organizing them.
She doesn't understand my system.
He doesn't know how a system is. Let's watch this movie, and then let's spend all this time looking for.
I'm not always like that. Some I know exactly where they are on the shelf. I text you how to find the Die Hard movie.
And I couldn't find it though. I went through every DVD. I could have sworn like 3 times.
I thought you found it.
I did. Thank you.
So see?
But still.
I admit some of them need organizing. Some of them I know exactly where they are on the shelf.
Yeah.
But some of my other ones are harder to categorize.
And plus it I guess it does give me a little bit of satisfaction when he's like, I know it's over here. And he still can't find it. It's his DVD collection. He knows where it is. Still, it's like looking at a black hole or something. It just, or perception filters are around the DVD that you want. So,
I've done that before. Where it's like I
yeah.
know it should be right here, and I realized I looked over it 4 times. And
Mm-hmm.
how did I miss it? Well, I think part of it was for some reason I thought the color was something different. I looked for the color first, so I skip over some, and then not focus on the title, and that's a mistake of mine. But
I also hope for another good animated movie, like
Frozen.
Yeah, Frozen.
Yeah,
And Despicable Me 2 was very, very well done, but Frozen, it might have to be my favorite movie of the year, actually. I love that freaking movie.
Oh yeah, when you talk about new
I
series,
am obsessed.
Blacklist.
Yeah, James Spader.
That was a new series that definitely is a favorite of ours to check out.
Anything that man is in, it's just all gravy.
And James Spader's gonna be doing the voice of Ultron. That's gonna be interesting.
He'll do the shit out of it. Yeah.
What I'm hoping for is just another, in all honesty, not to come off sounding sappy, okay, but in all honesty, my expectation of 2014, all the movies, all the series, and all that is gravy. It's everything on top. I'm just looking forward to another happy, long year with you. And hopefully that wasn't too hallmarky for anyone out there, okay? But no, that's just the truth. As long as we're together, everything else is just gonna be fun, and it's just gonna be extra gravy on the pie. If you like gravy on your pies, that is.
we tend to not like literal gravy. We like a gravy with geek in it, and movies, and just we're able to have fun with each other.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I guess that wraps it up. Happy New Year to everyone out there, although I know you'll be watching this after the New Year. So, Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everyone's year was great. Remember 2013 for what it gave, and let's march into 2014 with raised chins and a little optimism maybe. Heck, it's the year of miracles, okay? 2013 gave us a actual passed budget for the government. Let's try to be optimistic into 2014.
It's hard. We'll see.
One miracle a year.